So what happens in a child custody case if you aren't able to solve it at mediation? Well, there's two ways it can go. One is you just go to trial. You say, you know what, Judge, we want you to make a decision, and you tee it up, you go, and you present your evidence to a judge. You're bound by the rules of evidence, so there might be some information that you're going to not be able to present to the court simply because under the rules as set out by the court, it's inadmissible and it can't be presented, or maybe it's just simply too costly to present that evidence in the legal format that's required under the rules. So that's one thing to consider. When you go to trial, you're limited in the information you can present, and you're leaving it up to the judge to decide. The judges that I've worked with are generally great people, honest, hardworking, trying to do the right thing. But, in a one-day or half-day or a two-day trial, they just can't know everything that you might want them to know about your family situation and what might be best for your kids. Now, the option, if you aren't able to work out an mediation, is sometimes called a home study, sometimes called a custody evaluation. And what it really is we hire, jointly usually, a third party who's got some training and education in psychology. A lot of times they're either a master's of psychology, sometimes they have a PhD in psychology, and some additional training in doing these home studies or custody evaluations. And the cost of those is typically, I'm going to say, somewhere between $4,000 and $7,000. Now, great distance, that's going to get more expensive. I've seen custody evaluations approach $20,000 because of just the great detail that went into them. One of the advantages sometimes with a custody evaluation is you can present evidence to that custody evaluator and you aren't bound by the rules of evidence. Plus, they've got psychology training. They're going to be able to spend more time with you and your family over a greater period of time than this snapshot trial. And frankly, my local judges really like custody evaluations because they aren't having to make the big decisions. They can lean on an expert, and that person is an expert. And they're going to look at things and consider things that are both in the law and things that the judge might not consider because of the difference between a legal education and a psychological education. So if your case involves kids and doesn't work out in mediation and divorce or custody, those are the things that are kind of the next two steps, methods that can be used to resolve the case.